And most of you know me, actually all of you know me as successful business growth consultant, right? Traveled the world, worked in 6 countries, 20 industries, all over the place. And people are still asking me, Stephen, what are you doing? Not, what are you doing? Stephen, what are you doing? You're busier than you've ever been before, more successful than you've ever been before, happier than you've ever been before. What are you doing starting a coffee business? What are you doing? And I have to explain it to them because I didn't understand it myself in the beginning. As Linda knows, she bumps into me at the bookstore all the time. I do a whole bunch of reading. Read, 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 Cody. That's kind of a side message. Read, read, read. Because I'm going down this path of being as successful as possible. And my personal success formula is very simple. Learn what successful people know, do what successful people do, and be where successful people are. And step 1 is learn what they know. And it's very easy to learn what every successful person in history has ever achieved and what their knowledge is. Just go to a bookstore. Bookstore, internet, library for free. So I've been doing a lot of reading and reading and reading, over 250 books over the past 6 years, taking mostly copious notes. And one thing I figured out, Cody, is wealthy people never rely on just one source of income. Never. They don't call it silly. They call it crazy. Because you can't just rely on a job. You're barely 18 years old and you've already been laid off at least once, right? Just like me. Working hard, did your job, right? Made people happy, made your organization money, and you still got laid off. Just like me. Who else has ever been laid off in their life? That's about 75% of the audience. I've been laid off 3 times in my life. And I remember the last time I was laid off, which happens to be the last time I will ever be laid off, April 1st, 2004, when my last real job, Gateway, decided to close down all of its stores, and there I am again, unemployed. Wife, 2 kids, daughter's getting ready to go off to college, no job. So I started down this path of working on my own, being an entrepreneur, something that I thought that it was never in the picture. But here I was, because the day that I realized I never needed to work for another person again, I started down this path. Now here's the good news about being your own boss, Cody. When you're good at what you do, the harder you work, the more money you make. That's the good news. Isn't that a good thing? Mm-hmm. Here's the challenge. When I'm asleep, I'm not getting paid. If I get sick, like I did yesterday, I'm not getting paid. If I want to take my wife on a vacation that she deserves, we're not getting paid. So I needed to put something in place that they never taught me in school, this thing called passive residual income. You ever heard that before? Passive residual income means it doesn't matter if you're working, the money's always working for you. So you start walking down this path. What do Oprah, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, what do they all have in common besides having a whole bunch of money? Guess what? They all are part of some type of home-based business. Some of the wealthiest people in the world have a home-based business. Some people predict that home-based businesses is not an if anymore, it's when. Everybody eventually, they predict, will have some type of a home-based business. So